inspires you about the multifamily industry?
For me, I got in the multifamily space 20 years ago, and it still is a relatively young and new industry, a new niche, if you will, if you will. But 20 years ago, it was still very new, very underdeveloped. Being a part of an industry that was brand new, and and it being so business oriented around the real estate redevelopment and investment model. And then from our space, since we're not new construction, it's about the acquisition and the repositioning. Because you have multiple things going on, which is fascinating. And then how do you build products and services to serve that in a very localized market, which is what we've done. And that is just like, I'm like a kid in a candy store with that kind of stuff. Because then we start looking at asset preservation versus value add, and and then that as it applies to acquisition and disposition of multifamily assets, right? And it's just fascinating. It is a absolutely fascinating industry.
I mean, for me, it's the evolution of the industry that has been so inspiring and motivating, because when I first started in this space, you had a lot more yield players. And the clients that we were dealing with were primarily yield play. These are guys that are coming in, they're holding these assets 15, 20, 25 plus years. And then all of a sudden, multifamily became like HGTV. We're flipping houses, but instead of houses, we're flipping apartment complexes. Now we're starting to see a little bit more of the longer holds than what we've traditionally seen. So it's almost like this cycle for different reasons, but coming around, to a full 360 degree at the start of the circle where I kind of jumped into the industry. So just the evolution. And to Chip's point, this was a niche industry 20 years ago because we both started about the same time. Now it's a Fortune 500 industry and recognized as such. There's been just a huge growth and maturity of the industry over the last 20 years as well as a whole. Mm-hmm. So